Hello, nerds! Thank you for joining me here on Nerd News Clips. This is the second channel. This is the place for all of the short form content as well as the individual sections and just generally speaking smaller things. If you are into the longer form content, youtube.com/generallynerdy is the place to go see that. With that out of the way, let's get into this. So from there we go to gaming and tech, and we actually have a gaming and tech section that's not too terrible this week. First up, we have some follow-ups. We have an update on the edit button over on Twitter. Twitter is in fact attempting an edit button. They are right now rolling out certain variations on the idea with Twitter Blue subscribers. So if you're paying the blue fee for your monthly connection to Twitter, then you very likely have some version of an edit button available to you. I've seen two different examples of how this potentially is going to roll out, like images of people do this. So how it's going to roll out to the mass populace of Twitter still remains to be seen. Very likely once the testing phase is done with the Twitter Blue subscribers, then we'll have a better idea. But it is actually happening. And also they did clarify, though I don't know how much I believe this, that this has actually been something that has been in the works for a little over a year at this point. So it wasn't because of Elon. Yeah, okay. Again, don't know how much of that I believe, but either way, it's happening, so there you go. Our next piece of gaming and tech comes from, we actually have two follow-ups on Halo. The first one is Master Chief Collection. So even though proper monthly updates are no longer happening on MCC, 343 is still doing sporadic updates for this game, and the most recent and largest since the announcement that they were no longer going to have regular support for Master Chief Collection is a new gaming mode for Halo 3 ODST. It's called Flood Fight. It's basically the firefight game mode from ODST, only instead of fighting other military people, you're fighting the Flood, and just all of the video I've seen from this so far is incredible. I honestly never played Firefight before. I just play multiplayer, but I think I'm going to give Flood Fight a go because this looks bonkers. So like a whole bunch of fun. So definitely if you are a Master Chief Collection player, if you are a Halo classic kind of person, kind of player, then absolutely you deserve to pop that Master Chief Collection disc in your Xbox and rock that noise. We do also have the other piece of update information for Halo is a couple of pieces on the Season 2 Battle Pass, and we will be talking a little bit more about this in some Shorts content. So if you have not subscribed to any of the Shorts outlets, YouTube Clips channel or the Instagram Reels or even the TikTok, which is where everything kind of goes a little more organized, then definitely do that because there's a lot of leaked information that we're going to be talking about. But this is stuff that has come from 343. We have Season 2 Battle Pass changes will involve a lot more customizations. It looks like there is going to be some, not extensive by any stretch of the imagination, but there will be some gear pieces that are cross-core compatible. They say that the compatibility is not easy to do cross-core, but it's like, I mean, you can create a chest piece and then you can create another chest piece for another armor core and make it look like that one and then have them both be part of the same package. I don't see how that's hard, but whatever. We have at least some new customization stuff. We also have the Season 2 Battle Pass is going to be a lot more oriented towards gear. There is rumor, and this is unsubstantiated, but we're going to cover it here real quick just because it's one real quick offshoot rumor that instead of 100 levels, Season 2's Battle Pass is going to be 120 levels, which makes sense if they are going to do the things that they say they're going to do. Honestly, the update is a book, so I'm not going to go into super amounts of detail here. But yeah, we do have there is confirmation that the Lone Wolves specific armor core is going to be a little bit earlier in the battle pass, and then also it's going to be a lot more customization stuff that you earn in the battle pass, and a lot less of the swaps and the extra points and so on and so forth. So a lot less filler, a lot more of what we want. And then the weekly challenges also are going to be a little bit more appropriate and a little less confusing, and officially they have gotten rid of the Killjoy challenge, where you're supposed to kill multiple people, not just one, but multiple people sometimes, who are on a killing spree, and there's absolutely no way for you to know if this person's on a killing spree. So yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense, and that's a pretty big boon to the community. But right now, still feels like they're trying to throw as much out there without really giving us the big things. I think the big things are the things they're avoiding, and those big things are more maps, better customization, and just generally more gameplay options. Because right now you're kind of subject to whatever 343 says is the playlist, instead of, like in previous games, you can say, I only want to play Slayer, and that's all you play, or I only want to play this version of King of the Hill, and that's all you play. This is a little more playlist oriented and just has not gone over well with the community. But I'm preaching to the choir. I feel like, oh, there is one other confirmation that we have. We do have confirmation, and if you've seen the screenshots, and I'm going to put some up on the screen, so if you're listening, I apologize, but check out the video, because there's screenshots of the Mark 6 Generation 3 armor is actually going to be in Season 2. Some of these screenshots look awesome. So yeah, that is also confirmed, and that is what we have for follow-ups. So let's hit the trailers real quick. We have one trailer, and it is Kingdom Hearts 4 is happening already. I really feel like Kingdom Hearts 3 kind of just happened. I know it was like 3 or 4 years ago at this point, but still, it was a pretty big game. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that these guys could be doing otherwise, but instead they decided, we're going to give you a fourth entry into the Kingdom Hearts franchise, and for that, I really applaud. That's pretty impressive, man. There is a trailer. Again, go check it out. Link down in the description. I looked on every source who mentioned this, and I could not find a release date. So unfortunately, the release date is unknown to me. If we do get that information, we will follow up in a future episode. But that is what we have for trailers, and that is our gaming and tech section for the week. So, gaming and tech suggestions, since we're done with the section, we have Splitgate. We're coming back around to Splitgate, man. I am a big Halo fan, but Halo is starting to get a little dull these days. So in order to keep things fresh, Splitgate will definitely scratch that itch. And they have a Forge mode. It's not called Forge because, copyright and such, but it is, you can build, it's a map editor. You can build your own map from scratch. I want to start, and let me know in the comments if you would watch such things, but I want to start making maps on the live streams from time to time. So yeah, let's talk about that. But that is our suggestion for gaming this week, is Splitgate. Once again, this has been just a brief segment from the larger episode that has been posted over on the main channel, youtube.com/generallynerdy. Go over there for the long form content, or just subscribe here if you want it in bite-sized chunks. Thank you very much for joining me, nerds. We'll see you in the next one. Before we go though, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.